SMT Nation, we back. Nation, don't look now, but Verizon is actually finding a way to fully monetize their network. The upgraded version of the network, you know, the 5G UW, the C-band, the millimeter wave, that huge investment of tens of billions of dollars annually over the last 5 years. Yeah, they're monetizing it. It's actually really good to see. I'm happy for them. Let's talk about that here in today's video. I'm going to tell you guys why customers can be happy too. All right, let's talk about it. A link for the Visible by Verizon webpage I'll provide for you guys as a place to check out the details on their plans. That'll be linked in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. If you're new here, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload. And if you want to help us out, share this video and give it a like. All right, folks, so what's the business here? All right, so Visible by Verizon actually just did some upgrades to its Visible Plus plan and some really good ones. And then they actually didn't change the price. They didn't increase the price, and they're giving customers more access, enhanced access, better access compared to the regular Visible base plan. So here's what Visible did, right? And for those of you that don't know, Visible is a Verizon owned and operated company that operates in the prepaid segment. So Visible offers two plans, a $25 base plan, which comes with all the basic needs of an unlimited plan. One of the best values with respect to pricing in the game. The Visible Plus plan is a more premium version of the Visible plan that gives you several enhancements and features that the entry-level plan doesn't have. Now, very specifically, you just look at the pricing. Visible's $25, Visible Plus is $45. That is a substantial cost increase, right? You're going up $20. So it's nothing to sneeze at. But true value comes in what you get for what you pay for. So with that additional $20, what do you get over the base plan? You get a better network experience. You get a premium data experience, including access to Verizon's 5G ultra-wideband network. What Verizon is doing there is they are creating kind of like a walled garden, right? You want to get access to the best elements of our network, full-fledged, no throttling type of experiences. You got to pay for it. And I'm perfectly fine with that. They're giving people options. So you pay a little extra, you get much more. They're also throwing in a smartwatch connection as well. So if you have an Apple Watch, for example, that's built into that cost. So typically I think people pay like $10 for a watch line maybe. I think sometimes on promos people get them for like $5, but that's a $10 value, right? You can also save $10 on the Verizon Home Internet. You also get some of these other cool little features if you're interested in those things. They boosted the hotspot experience. So while the base plan does come with unlimited hotspot at 5 megabits per second, they've doubled the speed to 10 megabits per second on the mobile hotspot on the Plus plan. And then they also threw in a global day pass, which sounds like some international access. Okay, so they didn't change pricing. They just added those things to this. So the network access, the extra speed you get on hotspot, the 5G ultra wideband, Verizon is increasing the ARPU, the average revenue per user. They're now monetizing their network, right? People are going to pay more for the Visible Plus plan because it is so much better than the base Visible plan. The base Visible plan may be good for some folks. Maybe they don't care about 5G ultra wideband. Maybe they don't need 10 megabits per second hotspot. They're good with 5. That's why Verizon has these two plans. They're giving people choices. And Verizon, for what it's worth, is being rewarded for offering a better plan with much more value at a more premium price that I think some folks are still happy to pay. A postpaid line on Verizon probably starts people off at $70 per month and probably upwards of $90 a month. This is half of that cost in some instances. And in some ways, it's better as a plan. Right now, you're not going to get the same trade-in deals. You're not going to get the same finance options with smartphones. They do offer some of that with Visible, but it's not going to be as good as postpaid. But if that stuff doesn't matter, like, this is the move. So I say this to say this. Customers are getting good options, and they're getting good features at pricing that is very, very good. And Verizon is winning because customers are willing to step up and pay the additional cost to get the features. This, my friends, is called good business. When the company can make more money and the customer gets what they are paying for and gets value, that is a happy place. You can't say that about some of the other carriers right now in the industry, where the direction seems to be moving backwards, where some folks are paying more and not actually getting more. If you look at AT&T, they raised the cost of their plans by $1. Did customers really get more? Maybe, right? I guess they kind of did, right? In some ways. You look at kind of the direction T-Mobile is going, the only way you get more is if you spend $100 per month on a plan. They're kind of moving backwards. Well, with respect to consumer, the only way to save money at T-Mobile is to really have their worst plans, right? So Visible, although it's a prepaid brand, through Verizon, branded with that Verizon name, creates this opportunity for cost-friendly, or I should say cost-sensitive folks to really get a solid plan. You're just not going to pay the $25. You're going to have to pay $45, which in my opinion, I think this is a win-win for Verizon and their customers. Really hoping that, Visible by Verizon catches traction here. Folks start to understand and know what they're doing, and they see I see commercials all the time. There's huge potential for this company and the way that they've structured things. Remember, tax and fees included in these prices. It's pretty impressive. And remember what Hans said, the CEO of Verizon. He said, we're going to be competitive in certain ways. We're going to be competitive in some parts of our business, while other ones we're going to just be focusing on margins, right? And this is what I think he's kind of doing, right? He's taking from one side to give to the other. Postpaid Verizon folks are paying very premium pricing for the upper level plans, right? And it looks like they're kind of going with prepaid. They're kind of putting the best deals there if you think about it. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? The direction that Verizon is going, Visible by Verizon value, the plans. Hey, look, this is the best type of transaction. Business wins, customer wins. Your thoughts and opinions welcome down below. While the voice of the people, the SMT Nation, let your voice be heard.